I'm in a deep depression. DoorDash knows. And it just pickpocketed me for $60 in Mexican food like a god tier level thief. I'll show you 3 invisible levers DoorDash used to turn I'm just browsing into let me open my wallet. And I'll give you a simple way to decide where to remove friction versus add the good friction in your own product. Subscribe if you build products and hate all the other bald YouTubers. And here's the thing. I didn't even order because I was hungry. I ordered because I was mentally dead, like my soul was getting vacuumed by a dementor. Ugh. When your brain is tired, it seeks the easiest path. And just like a mouse chasing cheese, that's when it starts lying to you. The I'm just checking delivery times, the what discounts do they have? Or maybe there's something new to try. But each step feels like progress and reward, not a decision. They're not selling tacos, they're selling continuation. That $60 I spent didn't convince me the extra burrito was even worth it. It just convinced me that stopping wasn't worth it. The builder takeaway here is when users are tired, they don't decide. They'll follow the path of least resistance. So ask, is your UX helping them or harvesting them? And the first lever is the nastiest. Have you ever opened DoorDash, blinked, and somehow have 3 carts open from different restaurants? You're just comparing the best deal and food combinations, right? That feature was actually built on purpose because once you've invested a few minutes, quitting doesn't feel like saving money. It feels like wasting progress. And the more you customize, the worse it gets, baby. That extra salsa on the side, adding dessert, no contact delivery. Oh, yes, please. You didn't want to face the delivery person with shame. That effort creates ownership. Your brain starts treating the order like it's already yours. So abandoning that cart feels like a loss. And that is the trap. Now, the builder's translation to all this, because this is the part that really matters, is anywhere you let users build something, you're manufacturing commitment. So that profile setup that feels like them, the shopping cart customization, effortless project startup, or even maybe build your character in a game. The second they personalize it, their brain starts protecting it like it's the last piece of dessert at a buffet. So you use this power for good, but you help users finish meaningful work, not to trap them into regretting spending. If you want the good friction checklist from this episode as a 1-page PDF so you don't have to take notes, it's in my free product push and newsletter. It's a 3-minute read. The link is in the description. Now let's talk about Autopilot checkout. Have you ever noticed how the best products in the world pre-solve all the hard parts? Not because they're nice. No. Because it deletes decisions. That is the skeleton key to good product. Think about it like this. Addresses are pre-filled. Payment method is saved. The last order is just one taparooski away. And favorites are sitting there like cute little landmines ready to go. So the question stops being, should I spend money right now? And it becomes, which burrito is fastest? And yes, those defaults are more powerful than any feature you'll ever ship. Use them to reduce confusion when a user is about to make a meaningful decision. But don't make the downsides hard to notice in those moments. So, an example of hiding, showing the meal price up front, but burying the fees until the last step. Example of not hiding, show the real total early and repeatedly. So $60 total includes X fees and Y tip. Another example would be showing the real wait times, 55 to 70 minutes, not soon. Because if a user would behave differently after feeling the full price or the full wait time, you didn't reduce friction, you hid the trade-off. And hiding the trade-off murders trust. So here's the takeaway from this. Defaults should remove confusion. They should not bury the pin. Now, before the last lever, here's the part that pissed me off the most. DoorDash sprinkles little wins so you feel smart and efficient while you just spend more money. You've seen this everywhere. Spend X more to save. Free delivery, but only if you join the cult. Or even just bundles, add-ons. People also got all of that. Here's what those really mean though. Spend X more to save. It doesn't reward saving money, it rewards adding more items. Free delivery for members doesn't reward convenience. It rewards subscribing and then ordering more to justify the membership. People also got, it doesn't reward discovery. That people also got line, it rewards impulse add-ons. The scariest part to all this is it doesn't feel like spending to people. It feels like you're gaming the system, like you are being smart. Like you just found a rare blacksmithing pattern that makes the grind worth it. I know you've been there. I know I have. But the grind is your bank account. The takeaway for you is incentives aren't neutral, they're steering wheels. So before you add one, ask this like a paranoid person. After we add this incentive, what will users do more of? Because whatever you reward will multiply. If you reward speed, you're gonna get impulse. If you reward clarity, you're gonna get trust. And if the behavior you multiply creates regret, refunds, churn, or distrust, congrats. You just incentivized the wrong thing. So, what's the fix if you still want conversions without becoming an evil villain? Well, I'm glad you asked. That's good friction. You always hear to remove friction, and that's cool and all. But what about bad friction versus good friction? So bad friction would equal your product is confusing, slow, annoying. Good friction would equal a speed bump right before a decision that people regret. And no, good friction doesn't hurt growth. It doesn't stop you from making money. It protects trust, and trust earns retention. So here's the rule. Remove friction from understanding, but add friction to irreversible decisions like money spent, auto charges, data deletion, publishing, sending a message. If the user can't take it back, don't let them sleepwalk into it. So, summing that all up in a little takeaway again is your job isn't to make every click faster. It's to make the important clicks intentional. Now, I'm going to give you the 5-question audit I use to catch these traps in any product in under 2 minutes. This is how you catch, oops, I spent money, UX before it ships. Now, the 5 questions. 1, where does browsing quietly become committing? 2, where are defaults making the decision for the user? 3, where are we rewarding the strong behavior? 4, where would a user feel like regret tomorrow? And 5, what's the one pause point we could add that a trusted brand would be proud of? If you can't answer these in 2 minutes, your users are definitely not answering them in the moment. They're just clicking or tapping and then regretting, and then they're churning, and they're telling your friends, your product feels kind of gross. So do this, pick one flow this week, run the audit, and add one pause point. And if you want my examples, that's the newsletter. Okay, recap. DoorDash empties your wallet with commitment. Once you start building the order, quitting feels like wasting progress. 2, defaults. Saved info deletes decisions. 3, micro wins. Save money bait that rewards spending more. And the fix is not remove all the friction. It's good friction. Remove friction from understanding and add friction to irreversible decisions. Design is power, and now you know how it's being used on you, so use it better. And if you want my good friction audit, it's in the free Product Potion newsletter. If you missed my last video where I took 365 days of operating a newsletter, compiled that into a how to start your own newsletter now for solopreneurs just like us, click the video on the screen. This is your bald monotone sensei. Check it out. Subscribe so I know I'm not crazy for making these. Thanks for watching. Adios.